Okay, welcome everyone. So this is, we're going to put all of these expressions and idioms into conversation this afternoon. We use idioms to exaggerate, to make our language even more rich than it already is. They're very colourful expressions. Here are your answers. These are all your answers. Well done. To sink your teeth into something is to do something very deeply. You use the word obsessively, and I think you're probably right. Yeah, when you sink your teeth into something, it's very deep, quite obsessive. To achieve something by the skin of your teeth is to achieve something, but only just. So you can have this word as anything. I passed my exams by the skin of my teeth. The pass mark was 70% and I got 71%. I passed the exam by the skin of my teeth. To lie through your teeth, thank you everyone, it is a completely made up lie. We sometimes call it a blatant lie. A blatant lie, sorry. I don't even know if I'm spelling it right, but it's like such an obvious lie, it can't possibly be true. Now, to grit your teeth is to prepare yourself to do something difficult. And it's very, very physical. You actually grit your teeth and you tense your body up and then you go off to do whatever it is that you had to do that was challenging for you. Now, to cut your teeth is to do something for the very first time. The expression comes from babies who go through and the teeth come through the gums for the very first time. It's called cutting the teeth, to do something for the very first time. Yes, I have a sweet tooth. I love sweet things. Let's move on. To have teething problems is to have problems at the very beginning of something. So when I started my groups, I had a lot of initial problems. I wasn't very good at advertising. To be honest, I wasn't very good at teaching either. So yeah, there were lots of teething problems for me here. Now, one of the teething problems I had was teaching singing. Getting people to sing is like pulling teeth. Doing something here is difficult. So, you could say that doing the housework is like pulling teeth, it's really difficult. Your mum and dad might go, don't forget to hoover your room. And they come in and say, he never hoovers his room. Getting my son to hoover his room is like pulling teeth. It's a really hard thing to do. Now, these were the teeth idioms. Here are the tongue idioms. Remember, these are all very common. Now, if something is tongue-in-cheek, well done, guys. What a great word to use. Cheesy, very cheesy. I sometimes do very cheesy songs. I like to drive my C3, beep, beep, silly things like that. Anyway, I like a nice cup of tea when I wake up in the morning, all that stuff. So, so sometimes I sing silly songs, right? Now, to get your tongue around something is to pronounce something. And usually we use it in the context of, it's really difficult for me to get my tongue around some of these words. And I gave you the example of a song I sing called Mwanga wa Cristo Atatwango Zakwa, which means the light of Christ leads us to Amani, peace. And Mwanga is really difficult for English people, and so is Atatwango Zakwa. So yeah, it's really hard to get your tongue around some of the words. You guys, it's really hard for you to get your tongue around some of our regular verbs, I say, you say words like, let me think, I can't think of anything right now. Work, worked. But you guys go, work it. It's hard for you to get your tongue around some of our regular verbs, you know what I mean? Now, to bite your tongue is to stop yourself from saying something that you might regret. You're going to say something, and you bite your tongue, you go, no, I'm not going to say that. It's about, as you said, Kedlin, about controlling yourself, yeah. To set tongues wagging is to start people gossiping. I don't know if it's a single P or double P. Has anyone looked that up yet?
It's a single P.
Oh, good. Okay, so I spelled it correctly, thank goodness. It should be double, really, because gossip ends in the CVC rule, and the CVC rule is to double the letter before adding ing or something. But there are exceptions, like visit is another one of the CVC exceptions. We don't say visitted. We don't double the T in visited. Okay, anyway, to let your tongue slip is to say something that you shouldn't. It's like to tell a secret about it. Just say something that you shouldn't have said, maybe about yourself, or maybe someone's told you something in confidence and you shouldn't have said it. To let your tongue slip. To be tongue-tied, thank you. This is such a great word. To be speechless. Yeah, it's really good, Natalia. I haven't thought of it that way, but you don't know what to say. It's just, wow. And finally, if you say, I don't buy it, you're basically saying to someone, I don't believe you. Thank you.